Hello.
Aloha.
Hello. How are you guys? Happy Monday to you. Today's all about pancakes.
It's the sweet morning of the sweetest breakfast that is very healthy.
It's really healthy, actually.
Good. You can actually have a lot of it and you'll be fine.
Yeah, totally. Because this is a variation on my Sunday pancakes inside of my Be Vegan, Skip the Diet, Just Eat Healthy cookbook. They look like this. Let me show you close up. I mean,
we don't want to skip
in
the
theory,
photo because it looks so
this
nice.
photo is
It's
so
delicious.
beautiful.
It's delicious.
They're really great, but I'm making them even healthier than what I had in the cookbook.
Oh wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Since writing this cookbook, well, let me just give a little backstory before we start. When I first started writing this cookbook, I was low oil, and now I'm pretty much no oil.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to make sure we split centers.
You can send it.
So I have some recipes in the cookbook that do have low oil, but now I figured out how to make this without any oil at all and some really healthy additions. So that's what I'm gonna share with you today. I've got all my ingredients here. You don't even need a bowl, just a high-speed blender would be great. Probably you could do this in a regular blender. I don't have a regular blender, but I would assume that it would be just fine.
Yeah.
But the really cool thing is, I'm gonna show you, well, I'm gonna wait, that's a surprise. We also have this electric griddle that we'll be trying out for the first time. This is from K-Nell. They gifted it to us to work on our new cookbook, which I'm really excited about.
They're amazing,
And
yeah.
I'm excited to try it. We heated it up, made sure it worked, and I feel like you could make many things in here, one of them being pancakes. So
but this is going to be our first try in this.
Yes, so hopefully
this
we don't
is like
screw
this is virgin one. We never used it before.
I mean, I cleaned it, but that's it. I haven't used it. So we'll try to make them there, and if we suck at it, we'll make them on the oven.
So where we normally make it is on a gas stove, on the like the grill. What's it called?
It is like a griddle.
Like a
it's like a griddle pan, and that works fine.
Yeah. However, I'm excited for this one because this one, as soon as we're gonna figure out the right temperature, then you're gonna avoid this kind of like oh, it's too much gas, it's too much fire.
Yeah. Sometimes
burning,
we would burn them on the stove.
So
because
this is gonna be very good to add on to the book.
Because it's temperature controlled.
Exactly.
When I wrote this book, we were living in a different place where we actually had a griddle. And so if you do have an electric griddle, you want to preheat that to 400 degrees.
All right.
If you don't, you could use this in just like a regular frying pan on the stove. Just like keeping it medium to high heat, maybe a little bit higher in the beginning and then lower as you go. So yeah, let's go ahead and start.
Yeah, let's do this.
What else do we want to say here? This is number 10 of 10
this
of
is
our easy
probably
vegan
the last
quarantine
one of
cooking
those
videos.
live videos, but we don't know yet. We haven't made the choice yet, to be truly honest. And
well, it's definitely the last of the easy vegan quarantine
Yes.
cooking because we're just hoping that this quarantine is over pretty soon. Not that our willing is going to change it, but it would be nice if it was over pretty soon.
Yes.
And I don't know, if you want to see more from us or if you've enjoyed this series, let us know in the comments below. We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and post like comments like, hey, you guys are boring, or like, you guys are great, or you guys are too long, or it's too short, or it's like more or less. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to tell. Like, all the comments that we received are very super nice, so that's awesome. Thank you so much. But I think we do this mostly so you guys can actually like
have
figure
some
it out.
easy vegan quarantine cooking ideas, exactly like it says.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's mostly for you.
It's for you. It's definitely for you. We're having fun at the same time. But if you want to see anything else from us,
my question is, what this random plate is doing? Is it for the pancakes?
Yes, it's for the pancakes. Why would I just random?
I just saw this.
Anyways, what I was saying is, if you want to see any more kind of cooking stuff from us or any lives from us, do let us know because, of course, we want it to be interesting for you. Okay, let's start this before we get crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we preheat that now?
Yeah, let's do that.
I also need a plug for this. Is that going to happen?
We'll see. We bought this extension cord via made in Mexico, but probably made in China.
No, we bought it when we were camping out of our car in Mexico.
Yes.
And we bought it to charge our Vitamix in.
So one of it works. There's 3 of them, and I'm not sure. We'll see. Definitely the one works.
That I should plug that in there, or should I plug it to the wall?
Let's try this one.
Okay, so my first variation on this recipe, and as normal, I'll put the recipe down in the description below. There's lots of different flours that you could use to make this. Many would work. All-purpose flour would work. Spelt flour would be a healthier option, and that would work great. Buckwheat flour, also healthier option, that would work great. Whole wheat flour would work great, also a healthier option. Whole wheat pastry flour, also a healthier option than just an all-purpose flour, would work great. Another option is to use oatmeal, and we will make a flour out of it. This is steel cut oats.
See,
Here's,
I'm so not prepared for this video. She's like killing it.
well, I always try and think of like, okay, what alternatives are there? Especially if this is supposed to be quarantine cooking. Like, what I've noticed recently, I'm looking for specialty flours for my new cookbook, and I can't find them anywhere. And online, they're like jacked up to a ridiculous price. So oat flour is really easy to make by yourself. You just take some oatmeal, either rolled oats or steel cut oats, which I have here, and you grind it up in the Vitamix first. And that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna take 1 cup of steel cut oats, and I'm gonna put it in the Vitamix.
And you did this before?
Yes, I've done this before.
No, because I know that like Vitamix has different like containers.
Yeah, they have a dry mixing container, which we don't have, but it totally works with the wet container as well.
Okay, so we're going to be trying to be very short with this.
We're going to be trying to be really long with
like
this
half
and
an hour
boring.
Grinding.
This is something, the way that I make these pancakes normally now with this oat flour, and it's really healthy if you have kids and you want to make sure that they're getting good quality nutrients in rather than just bleached flour. Okay, let's go.
Let's do it. I'm going to dance for you guys.
Okay, that was unplanned.
I mean, that was entertaining.
Okay, so let me just show you real quick like the consistency of that. That was just...
It was like Michael Jackson mixed with like some 20s of like cartoons. Why does it smell?
I don't know. Why do you smell? That's what it looks like. Okay. I didn't know you turned it on. No. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It looks like actual flour, right? That's oat flour.
Okay,
so
great.
If you don't want to buy oat flour...
We just lost one viewer, so it's probably because I was dancing.
That's a great option. Okay, so now on to just putting everything else into the Vitamix.
Did you hear that?
I did. What was
Poof.
Okay, I'm going to make a flax egg. And a flax egg is a substitute for a regular egg in baking. I use this all the time in my vegan baking. I've got a ground tablespoon of flaxseed, and then I'm putting 2.5 tablespoons of water in there. That's the first thing you want to do, and you want to let it sit a little bit because it becomes more like a little bit of a kind of gel or a paste. You could use chia seeds if you want. I just like this better than chia seeds because I feel like it works in most recipes better without the chia seed gel. Okay, so that's sitting there. Now I'm just gonna go down the list here. Maple syrup. I've got 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Pour it in. Oh. I sound like gourmand. Do you have kids? Do you let them watch Wildcrats? That was so gourmand. Okay. 1 ripe banana. Why do we get so giggly?
I'm just curious, like, you know, that dance thing that I just did, like, you definitely lost some viewers. Like, I just saw the numbers went down. It's like, oh crap. Okay, anyway.
1 ripe banana, a cup of plant-based milk, so whatever you want to choose. I'm using vanilla soy milk here, but you could do almond milk, that works great. Homemade almond milk, hemp milk.
Soy, make sure it's organic.
Yeah, so you're using soy, get organic. So this is 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of milk, plant milk. We've got the 1 cup of oat flour in there already, a teaspoon of baking soda.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm getting excited.
A teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then this is optional. I like cinnamon, but if you don't like cinnamon, you don't have to put it in. I'm using 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon.
And the thing is like this, if you don't talk, like if you just keep on going, this is gonna make so much shorter.
Yeah, it's obviously much shorter than.
So you just put ingredients in, you're mixing, done. So it's about what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, and then let me just show you like the consistency of the flax egg, if I can, without spilling it. So it just gets a little like jelly, plop, plop, like that, and that's good to go. So let's put this in. So the 1 flax egg is gonna go in. Is that heated up already?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I heated the griddle to 400, hopefully.
Oh, it's actually stopped, you see? So it's actually have an indicator if it's done.
Is it on 400 or 420? Okay, cool.
400, I believe.
All right, that's everything that's gonna go in there. I'm going to make like, well, let me just make this. So again,
I am not gonna dance anymore. Because
Okay.
there's gonna be like drama going on.
All right, here we go.
But I can sing!
you just.
Oh, you have a wrong temper!
Temper in there. Oh no.
Oh, boom buns.
Okay, well don't do that. That was horrible. Okay, I have two different Vitamix containers, and that was the temper for the other
We
one.
have to start over.
God, that was terrible.
We have to start over.
Because there's plastic in there.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not good.
Okay, well then, okay, so this is the best example of how fast we can do this, very quickly. Should we just
Wait a second.
dump it?
I don't know.
I would dump that. We don't
Because
need
there's
plastic.
plastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
darn it.
Okay,
Oh
dump
man.
it.
Okay, dump it out.
Really
Let's
quick.
start over.
Oh my
That was horrible.
Okay, live video, here we go.
Okay, starting over.
Hilarious.
Let's use
We're
the
like,
other.
Oh my gosh, what a loser.
Ooh, yeah, seriously, that was very, very bad. Okay, I'm gonna start over with my oats. I can't believe I just did that. And I broke my tamper. How horrible. All right,
Oh man.
that was very scary.
Okay, there you go.
I can't wait to watch that back again and see my facial expression.
We should like slow motion that thing and post it somewhere.
Okay, let me put the oats in first. Oh my gosh, what an idiot.
Okay, let's show them the end result of our temper.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, check this out. Look at this. It's totally broken.
Oh man.
Oops. That's how strong this thing is. Amazing. So how fast we can make that?
Okay, now I'm all nervous. Can you get me some soy milk? And I need
How much?
a cup and 2 tablespoons. I cannot believe I just did that.
Should I just pour it in?
Yeah, just use the measuring.
Yeah.
But
Cup-
do you
cup
have
and
the
what?
little spoons?
I don't know.
A cup and 2 tablespoons, and you make a flax egg again.
That was brilliant.
Okay, so in case you missed the recipe the first time around, here we go.
There we go. You see how fast this goes?
I need baking soda
You should
and
say,
salt.
don't try this at home.
Yes, seriously. What an idiot. Baking soda and salt and a ripe banana. Why don't you get those?
Yeah, maybe it's good to stop on this, like, the 10th episode before we're gonna destroy the house.
Exactly. 2. Can you get a banana and put it in there? And some baking soda and salt. Okay, I'm remaking the flax egg. This is like truly awry. We went very awry here. 1 teaspoon, a tablespoon of syrup. It's so bad. Okay.
Okay,
What
let's
have you done here? Why did
focus.
you not
Focus, focus.
take the lid off? Take the lid off.
No, it's already there.
What a disaster. Okay, what did you put in? You put the banana. You're not listening to anything I've asked you to do.
Sorry, guys. I'm crying.
Can you take the lid and get the salt? Okay. So we've got our flour in there, our banana, our plant milk. You put soy milk, right?
0 waters, there we go. Just kidding. Oh, but yes, I put banana to the milk.
Okay.
What else?
So can you put? We need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
1/4 teaspoon of salt, there we go. I thought it was crying.
Oh my goodness. I hope this is at least entertaining.
To
Okay,
us,
we
for
need-
sure.
I know, right?
Okay.
What is it? 1 teaspoon of baking soda?
Where there?
Yeah, in the recipe.
1 teaspoon, yeah.
Okay.
Just
1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon.
okay. So anyway, that was interesting.
Oh wow.
Okay, so this is how normally we live our lives. It's like, I mean, there's no a lot of disasters like this.
No, there really
We had this
isn't.
Vitamix for like so
I've
many
never
years.
done that.
Yeah, but because we're switching the tops, that's what just happened.
Did we put maple syrup in there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And if it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
you, can, you know what I'm saying?
If we did, then you saw it. And if we didn't,
No, I don't think
it's
we.
okay if we put one more.
Yeah, that's fine.
It'll just be a little
Alright,
bit
well
sweeter.
this is definitely warmed up.
Okay. Okay, so just to recap, we've got maple syrup. I may have put that in. You'll let me know. A banana, plant milk, the oat flour, baking soda, vanilla, salt, and cinnamon. Now we have the right tamper. Where's the lid? Holy cow.
I have it.
Okay. Cooking for remedial cookers.
When I was crying, I wanted to say something and I forgot.
Okay, here we go. Oh God.
Should I dance?
A little bit stuck there.
What?
A little bit stuck there because we didn't dry it.
This is crazy.
Okay, because we didn't dry this before we put this in, I just want to stir it around, and I also didn't put the flax egg in.
Okay.
So let's just get the spatula.
Oh,
The others. Can you get the like?
what did you put? Okay. I thought you put it in the
I
thing.
forgot to put the flax egg in as well. This is going
Yes, this is
swimmingly.
going very well. It's just like, you know, when you just like know that it's a live video, it's like, oh
You
man.
want to go fast? Yeah.
Stay cool now, stay cool. Alright, so here we go.
Let me just.
Are you still seeing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so definitely, if you're gonna blend flour in your Vitamix,
Oh my god.
use it dry. Okay.
Okay, ready?
You put 1 cup of the milk and 2 tablespoons.
Mhm, yeah.
Seems watery. Okay, let's just give it a whirl.
Yeah?
Yeah, that should be it.
I think it's gonna be fine.
In theory, you know, obviously that takes way less time.
Okay, I need some wood for this.
And then for the griddle, if you have like a non-stick pan or an electric griddle, you don't need to put any oil on it. It's not necessary. I just want to make sure I don't have any clumps in here.
How
Just-
much do I put? Do you remember?
It's
Quarter?
like, yeah, just like a 1/4 cup.
Okay. Yeah, it's slightly watery, but it's fine. It's gonna be okay. Alright, here we go.
Maybe I can move the camera so you guys can see the. Here we go. Yeah, you're
Smells right.
much better at pouring those than I am. And then what I'd love to do, maybe for like a couple, just so you can see, you could put some fruit in here. Like I've got some blueberries we can just throw on. And then you could do banana slices if you like, or maybe some raspberries or strawberries. That would work really nice as well. Perfect. You're much better at pouring them than I am. Beautiful. And so you just want to let them cook on one side until they kind of bubble. You can kind of see those first 2 are bubbling. Maybe like 1.5 minutes to maybe 2 minutes. And then you want to flip them over. Okay, so I'll bring this back here. Good?
Dough tastes exactly.
The batter's great,
The
yeah.
batter.
Let's
Delicious.
see if that's
That's
straight.
what I would say. Alright, so yeah, that's cricket. A little bit down on the left.
Down on the
Yeah.
left?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Right. I think. Well, I don't know how long we normally do this for.
Well, like 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes on
Okay,
each side.
so
So
that's good.
you want to let it kind of bubble a little bit.
Mhm.
This one is bubbling. And then you can just kind of test the edges. Of course, if you have something non-stick, you do want to use like a wood or not necessarily like a metal because it'll scratch it. So
Scratch the surface of
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah. I think this might be good.
okay, yeah, go ahead and
Should we
try
try
it. Yeah. Let me see if I can bring that back
Maybe
over
a
there.
little longer. A little bit longer.
A little bit longer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we also have a little not a surprise, but what how do you say?
Oh, just like a preview of what's coming next.
Put it higher,
on
just like cut it ahead.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
I've got a video coming out that will show you guys how to make really like amazing, indulgent vegan brownies. The best brownies. Highly requested video by all the people I know in person because
they're like obsessed with this. I mean, we
everybody
have
loves
like
these brownies. They're
we
so,
have those
so good.
reviews of these brownies from people. They're just say these are truly the best brownies ever. I need like some fork or something.
Like a metal fork?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super good.
Oops.
This is not going well.
No, because I.
You just got it all.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's like
this
a little
one's gonna be a
burrito,
little
that
burrito. This one's gonna be perfect.
Okay.
Today is the day.
Wow. And the brownies are, we've already made the video and we didn't screw up. It's really a beautiful
No,
video.
the brownies. I mean, there's no way they're gonna go bad. Like, I mean, I
No,
think that
they're
they're
so
so also easy to make. I made them maybe like 4 times in my
I
life
can take this off so I can show you.
because Michele is just making them so good, and we don't make them that often, but just because they're so good. Okay.
Okay, so that's kind of what the brownness you want to see on the pancake before you flip it.
That was the best one.
And another thing that you could do if you wanted to make these like for kids to make them healthier, a lot of times what I'll do if Eli just doesn't want to eat anything at all and he wants to have pancakes for dinner or something, then I'll just throw some spinach in there. You can blend the spinach or kale right into the batter.
Yeah, they look a little bit green, which kids maybe like because they're like, oh, why is it
He
green?
doesn't seem to care. But yeah, they're a little bit green and they're really, really good. So
Almost there.
yeah, so we will show you, we won't cook all of these
Yeah,
because
obviously.
I've already taken a lot of
Yeah,
time
a lot of time, yeah.
with my debacle.
I hope you like the comedy we just presented for you for free.
But we will show you what they look like and what they taste like.
I know what we should do. We should just pour the whole thing, make like a giant pancake.
No. Oh, I forgot. I had blueberries here to show you how to make a blueberry pancake. But honestly, things are going well.
We can put this on top. I mean, any fruit you can
yeah.
make, you can just
You
put
could
it. Or we
use
can just make
strawberries.
even one while we talking about the last stuff, and then
Yeah.
you know,
You
it's
just
fine.
could just place a couple blueberries in each pancake and you'd be good to go.
Is it good on the bottom?
Yeah, I think so. You just want to test and make sure that it's not doughy in the center. So a really healthy, easy, if you don't put the tamper of the wrong kind into the Vitamix, easy recipe.
I cannot believe we did
In
that.
theory. Yeah, so we've got one little burrito one that we didn't flip very well.
Yeah, that's
And
okay.
those. So with these, you could put some fruit on top and some more cinnamon if you wanted to. So something like that, it would look like. And that would be fine, like if you want to feed it to your kid or you want to have it without any maple syrup. Or you could put a little bit of maple syrup on there. Or even if you want to put vegan butter, you could do that as well. I'm just giving you lots of options. And then we will give it a taste and see how it is. I know it's good.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it smells right and everything.
Yeah,
So
everything.
the proportions were okay, even though we were just
Crazy.
playing around. You try first. Oh man.
So good. I can't get it. But so anyways, I guess
Oh,
my
that's
point
so
is
delicious. Oh my
that
God.
you could use that oatmeal.
Oh, they're so good.
It's great. Oatmeal instead of flour, and it's a really healthy option. So yeah, we'll make, I think that's good enough. You get the point. You understand that you could put a blueberry in your pancake or you could put a banana in your pancake, yeah? I think you got it.
It's delicious. If you just joined this video, I strictly advise you to rewind a lot. You're gonna have a lot of fun
Oh
and
man,
laughs.
what a disaster.
It was a fun video. Okay, so should we show them the last, what do we want to show them? The brownie?
Oh, sure. So this is just a little preview of what we've got for our video coming up on Wednesday. These brownies are amazing. They're so, so good. You can show.
Check this out.
They are vegan, of course.
I know
and
it's kind of
they're
hard to
so,
see, but
so good.
guys, these brownies are like one of the best brownies. No, they're the best brownies ever. Actually, we
Really
did
the
this
best
test.
brownies I've ever had.
We did this test to some people.
My hands are awesome.
I was working in the show, and then it was years ago, so we already were started making them. And then a person was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I'll make brownies also. They're the best." Blah blah. I'm like, "Okay, great." So she brought her, I brought mine. Hers was like not vegan, and we had this person to try. It was her mom. we blindfold her just to try, you know, so she won't see which one is which one. She chose these guys.
They're really good.
Vegan, and like, you know, person who's like was totally like into like typical, you know, pastry and typical brownies or whatever, you know, cookies and stuff.
I used to think before I was vegan that vegan baked goods were disgusting, and some of them are, but there's so many things you can do to make them really good, and these are absolutely good. So, okay, since I'm pouring these now, let me just show you how I would put some blueberries into the pancake.
Okay, then my turn.
And then we'll let you go because it's been a long day.
It's been a long video, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I would just take a couple of these guys and throw them right in there. You could do the same thing with banana slices or strawberries, raspberries, anything like that. And then when you're ready to flip, you just flip it over and you've got some blueberry pancakes in there.
Because they basically glued to that thing. Yeah.
So, okay.
All right.
Me and my husband and my broken tamper will all say goodbye to you now.
We love you guys. We thank you for your patience. We thank you for laughs with us or whatever.
I hope you enjoyed us scrambling around.
And and let us know what would you like to see more.
Just for general videos or alive. I know that our screen is crooked right now, so we're gonna head out. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Enjoy this video. I'll put the recipe down below once it's all uploaded. And have a good day. Bye.
Bye.